Hey guys, it's me Falco, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be going over if the Frostval event this year was better than last year's, what they improved, go over some polls I took and everything, the amount of ACs given, etc, etc. There's a lot to go through, but hopefully I think it will be a useful video to you guys, so let's begin anyway. Okay, so before we begin, I'm just going to show you this here. So if you go to Battle On and you go to Chile, you can still buy stuff from this generosity shop, as you can see here. However, if you do go to the donate ACs list and try to give something, say 250 ACs, it'll show this note saying basically it's ended, happy Frostval. Besides that, it just means that it's over, so you can't gift, but you can still receive if you haven't logged onto accounts for a few days. Okay, so first of all, talking about the changes they did, they changed the leaderboard, so instead of actually having a leaderboard of like the top 250 to 1000, now it was doing tiers, so the amount of ACs which are donated, which I personally think is a better system. You're more guaranteed, you're not fighting for spots, and nobody feels bad for missing out. So yeah, so you went from tier 1 all the way to tier 7 this year, including a bunch of houses, customization pets, bank pets, armor sets, whatever. And then last year, as I said, 4 tiers to the top 250, including an armor set, and weapons, pets, whatever else, and then everyone received, you know, this little dude here if you did donate anything at all. Another change which was made was basically if you went to donate ACs, you could share 1,000 between 8 people, or 8,000 between 8 people and give them 1 to each, and 20,000 between 10 people to give 2k to each person, or you could just give like 10k, 5k, 2k, etc. Personally, I think this was a really good change. It just means that more people get the chance to receive ACs. Surely it's great seeing people receiving stuff like 10k, 20k, 5k, whatever. However, just receiving something is nice and it makes less people complain, it makes more people happy. It just gives you more of a chance in general, which is pretty good. Even if you receive something like 250 ACs, it's better than not receiving anything. Besides these changes, if you go onto the leaderboard, you'll see a big change as well. So first of all, you've got the Frostval 2022 leaderboard, and about 108 million ACs were gifted this year, so that's people receiving ACs and also gifting ACs back, etc, etc. And about 60,000 accounts received it, compared to last year, which I think was about 115 million ACs, and then about 45,000 accounts. So you've got like an extra 45% or an extra third of the accounts this year, but around a similar amount of ACs gifted, which is really nice. Also on the leaderboard, as I said, they did do tiers this year. So just going over the tier 1 people, including myself, there is about 295 donators who did 100k plus. That's great to know. It's great that people have gifted that much. With the tier rewards as well, they'll be coming soon apparently, according to today's design notes. Look, it's Helymod. Hey Heli. But yeah, besides that, we'll be going through, you know, different things. They'll be gifting over different things. They're going to let you guys know in the design notes this Friday, hopefully, when those rewards will come. They may come at a different time. However, they are still being worked on, so keep your hopes up. Okay, and like I said as well, I did do some polls. I did a poll on Twitter and I did a poll on YouTube. The Twitter poll, as you can see, has 362 votes. And only about 27% of people didn't receive anything. In my opinion, that's a really good number. A lot of people were in this starter bracket, as you can see, up to 2,000 ACs, almost 50%. Up to 5,000 was like 20%, and then 5,000 plus was 7.5%. I think that's generally a pretty good spread. It just means that a lot of people did receive at least something, even if it was as little as 250. It's at least receiving something. It's basically receiving, you know, a small honorable hero bonus, for example. And if you don't buy ACs, it's definitely something which you'd be grateful for, hopefully. On the YouTube poll, as I said, I did do these a few days ago, some super similar numbers, so about 250 votes on this one, 22% didn't get anything. However, besides that, there's, you know, up to the 2,000 is about 50% again, 5,000 around 20%, and then 5,000 plus is about a 10% with people who did receive things. Overall, I think this is a really good number once again. Just some really good spreads of people receiving whatever. I know that it may be disheartening to see people receive stuff like 10k ACs and you only receive 250. However, once again, it is better than receiving nothing, like the people who didn't receive anything. However, I think that the spread in general was a lot better than it was last year. Last year I saw a lot more people complain that they didn't receive anything. Going into this event I saw a lot of people complain that they got nothing last year or got like very little. Personally I didn't get anything last year either. However, this year I have received I think it was about 3k overall, which is pretty nice. I got lucky, I got like a 2k AC thing at one point. But yeah, I feel like they did the event a lot better this year when it came to actually spreading out the ACs via the different accounts. Okay, so first of all, before we continue, I just want to say, was it better? Personally, like I just said, I think it was. I think the whole event this year went smoother, it was a lot better. There are some changes I'd like to mention as well just after this. However, overall, more people received ACs, a good amount of ACs were gifted. I liked the different implementations of, you know, being able to gift a smaller amount of ACs to people, where you gift something like 8k or 20k, rather than one person receiving a big lump sum. It's a lot more fair in my opinion. And yeah, just overall a great spread of ACs. I also think that the tier leaderboards were a lot better. Being able to just hit a certain amount of ACs gifted to receive rewards is way better than trying to fight for a position. Okay, so if you go to your account page, this is the first change I'd like to mention, is that you can see the ACs you've gifted. So say here you can see I've gifted 2k, 8k, 500, whatever. One problem with this in my opinion is that you can't see the total you've given until you look on the leaderboard. You can see it up to a certain amount, but when you get to around 100k plus or 50k plus, it'll start doing it in increments of 10k. Personally, I feel like me and a lot of other people would like to see the exact amount of ACs gifted. So maybe on coin history next year you could have a button or somewhere up here saying gifted amount of ACs, or maybe on your account info, something like that, saying total amount gifted or total amount of received. Both would be pretty useful, because you can't actually receive, you can't see what you've received this year, as far as I know, unless you see it in game. But if you do miss it in game, then you've kind of just lost track of what happened. Either way, this is the first change I'd like to say. Another change I'd like to mention, which I know not a lot of people will agree with, but some still may. Personally, I think being able to gift to friends on your friends list would be very nice. Now, before people start attacking me, it wouldn't be something like, you know, you can gift ACs to friends and it still counts to a leaderboard or rewards, etc. However, possibly being a limited amount of times, so say 5 times throughout the whole event you can gift to friends, or you can gift to 5 different friends, not the same friend, and only a smaller amount of ACs, because it's nice to just gift stuff to friends. Some people don't receive anything, like I said. However, maybe trying to implement something like that would be good. There'd still be workarounds of people trying to donate to different, you know, accounts or whatever, of like alts. However, it currently happens anyway, people just logging in with alts, and maybe receiving a limit on how many people can gift to you. So maybe you can gift 5 times to your friends, but you can only also receive 5 times by friends. Either way, I feel like something like that would be pretty nice. Not everyone can buy AP certificates, etc. Because it does cost real money compared to, you know, receiving ACs. Say I received 500 in-game, and then I could give 100 to my friend. That's free. Either way, that's one change I'd like to mention as well. I know not everyone will agree, however, I think it'd personally be pretty nice. And another change I'd like to mention is not personally my own kind of take on everything. However, I have seen a lot of people kind of go, oh, well, I'd like to see, you know, a full kind of look at what I'm supposed to receive. Because, especially for the houses this year, we haven't had a proper look at what the interior does look like. So possibly having a more in-depth showcase, at least for a couple different rooms of a house or something, or, you know, more of the armor sets so that in-game, if there's any animations, I feel like that'd be very useful. I've lost track of what pets are supposed to be given as well. It feels like it was mentioned and then I lost track completely, then it was updated at one point, then it was shown on Twitter, and then it was never told about again. It wasn't shown in the design notes afterwards, after it was kind of shown on Twitter. So maybe having a more transparent view of what's supposed to be gifted if you hit certain tier rewards would be very nice as well. Either way, I think that's going to be it for the end of the video. Apologies for the rambling, but however, I had a lot to say. It's a big event, I feel like a lot needs to be improved. However, a lot has also been improved from last year. I do commend AE for doing that. You guys did a really good job of actually implementing some really good changes this year. There are still a couple things which may need to be improved. However, it's just minor things, like I said, maybe adding a total gifted amount, like more clearly with, you know, more accurate amounts, just so other people can see what you've received and given. The leaderboard changes, brilliant, etc, etc. However, once again, I feel like everyone has had a chance to receive ACs. A lot more people have received ACs this year, which I'm really happy about. And yeah, overall, I just want to say, I hope that you guys had a good Frostval, had a good Christmas, New Year's, whatever holiday you guys do celebrate. And yeah, thank you all for watching. If you have any other improvements or you have, you know, distaste to my takes, please let me know. However, everyone's got their own different takes on this, and I hope to see you guys next time. If you do like the content, please consider subscribing, and have a good day, good night, good evening, whatever time it may be for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.